Yeah, hi guys. Chidiben here once again. ECRD professionals. We are experts in occupational safety and health, human resource management and career. We are also experts in management, training and consultancy. And in addition, we also do coaching. Yeah, I want to talk to us briefly on what work requires. A lot of persons want to work but do not really understand what work truly requires. And those are some of the things I'd like to talk to you about this afternoon. And there are four things that I've prepared that I think every worker needs. And when I think about every worker, I mean every worker in the workplace, in the labor market. And the first of the four things I want to talk about is what I call competence. Funny enough, a lot of people do not understand that competence is actually developed. Competence is built. If you want to be competent in your workplace, if you want to be competent in your work, if you want to be able to do your work efficiently and to be able to determine effectiveness for your company, you must learn how to build competence. And what do I mean learning how to build competence? As a graduate, you must understand that after your degree, you must go for further professional trainings. And you ask me, why do I need further professional trainings? You need further professional trainings because you need to be able to learn about current and trendy and suitable technologies that enables you to be able to drive your work in your area of discipline. If you're able to do this, you will discover that you begin to get closer to practical approach to solving problems. Without professional trainings, you may not be able to solve practical problems. You would only end up living with theories and formulas that you may have obtained, in school during your undergraduate, years in school. So competence becomes very important. Even to those who are not graduates, you must learn how to go for professional trainings in order to be able to drive your work. One thing you must leave at the back of your mind is this: there is no employer who wants a liability. There is no employer who wants a cost center. Why did I say that? Every employer invests in their organization and wants to ensure that the organization is able to remain effective in course of their activities. And for that to be possible, for activities to be effectively driven, you must understand that the human resources makes it possible. And who are those that possesses the human resources? The workers in the organization. And that's what I'm talking to you as workers today, as those who want to be efficient and able to enable effective output in their workplaces. Competence must be one of the driving force. And for you to make that possible, you must, as I said, learn how to go for trainings. Go for as much trainings as possible. Learn how to use part of your salaries to invest in developing yourself. I tell you the truth, your value is embedded in how much development, practical development, compatible development with the field of studies that you've been able to gather within the course of time. But once again, you need to understand that competence is not enough for a worker. You need the next thing I want to talk about, which is called character. Why do we need character? We need character because attitude towards our colleagues, attitude towards our bosses and superiors, attitude towards our customers will determine how we can be able to determine continuity in our work. I can tell you something. Without the right attitude, without the right character, you can destroy all the competence have been able to give to an organization. A company could lose as much or many numbers of customers, as you may not be able to imagine, just because of the wrong attitude from a worker in the workplace. And so that's why I'm urging every worker, do not say the organization does not belong to me. Do not say the organization is not my father's organization. I want to let you understand that you went into a contract when you were about to be employed. and the contract is between you and the employer. So it means invariably both of you are running the system, both of you run the organization, and it is the outcome of your activities that determines how you can be retained in the organization. And that's why you need the right character to be able to sustain. Have you asked this question? Why do owners of organization, as mandated by law, need to put people, intending employees or new employees, under probation? Because that's when your competence and your character is tested. You must always learn how to keep consistent your character in addition to your competence. John Maxwell once said that potential is not enough. What does it mean? It means that for you to be able to become and to remain completely effective in your workplace, you need character in addition to your competence. The third thing I want to talk about is relationship. Relationship makes it easy for your work to flow, okay, and then to be able to keep a fortune. If you want to remain in an organization where you work, you must learn how to keep a good relationship with the people in that organization. Without good relationship, there cannot be, effective teamwork. For teamwork to be possible, it means that you must learn how to build a bond with the people you work with. It's on the basis of a bond that relationship can be truly and rightly driven. And you are going to see that fortune is going to be guaranteed. And finally, I want to talk about advancement. Advancement is going to guarantee you retaining your job. You may have gotten the job yesterday because of the current and present competence that you have, but as you work some years down the line with that company, you will understand one thing: trends must have changed, technologies must have changed, methods of work must have changed, a lot of things must have changed, and your organization, according to the principles of economic cycles, would also want to adapt. And no organization can adapt to current trends without the advancement of their workers. And I want to advise you in this. Even though it is required that your management, your employer, should, according to career path management and development, should ensure that you are developed. If you have any opportunity to develop yourself, keep advancing yourself. Why? Because the level of advancement you have will determine your current and your continuous current relevance in the industry where you belong. So why do I say this? I say this because a lot of workers sometimes act like some women who were sometimes taking good care of themselves before they got married. But after they got married, they stopped taking care of themselves because they believe, now I've gotten what I'm looking for. But they do not know that they need to keep maintaining whatever that brought them into the marriage that they now find themselves. So the same thing is applicable to workers. You must learn how to continuously advance yourself according to current changes in the trend, because this is going to determine largely how much relevance you can sustain in that organization where you work. So I want to urge you today to learn how to keep competence, character, good relationship, and to maintain advancement. My name is Chidi Bain. I am the management consultant, effective consultant, resources development, known as ECLD professionals. I want to urge you to call on this number 080-3877-2798. I'll take it once again, 080-3877-2798. Or you can follow us on www.facebook.com/ECRD professionals. Once again, www.facebook.com/ECRD professionals. Thank you.